The story you're about to hear is based on true events. Please note that the names and certain details have been changed to protect the identities of those involved. Sit back and prepare yourselves for a journey through love, betrayal, and the quest for justice. In the age of digital connections, Layla, a bright and trusting young woman, found herself enchanted by a charming stranger named Amir on Facebook. Their chats quickly grew from casual conversations to deep, intimate exchanges. Amir was everything Layla had dreamed of: attentive, sweet, and full of promises for a beautiful future together. As days turned into weeks, their relationship blossomed. They moved from texting to calling each other every night, their bond seemingly unbreakable. Amir's declarations of love melted Layla's heart, and she began to envision a future with him, one filled with happiness and love. One evening, Amir suggested they meet in person. Layla, albeit nervous, was excited to finally see the man who had captured her heart. They met at a quaint cafe, and Amir was even more charming in person. The evening was magical, and Layla felt like she was living in a fairy tale. Their meetings became frequent, and with each encounter, Layla's love for Amir deepened. He showered her with gifts and sweet words, always painting a picture of the perfect life they would have together. But amid the romance, there were subtle red flags Layla ignored, blinded by her love for Amir. One fateful day, Amir proposed they go on a special outing. Layla, thrilled at the prospect, agreed without hesitation. However, instead of the promised romantic getaway, Amir took her to his apartment. There, under the pretense of love, he coerced her into an intimate encounter, all while secretly recording the moment. After that day, Amir's behavior changed drastically. He became distant, often ignoring Layla's calls and texts. When they did meet, he was cold and indifferent. Layla's heart ached with confusion and despair. She couldn't understand how the man who once promised her the world could now treat her so callously. Despite Amir's neglect, Layla's love for him didn't wane. She believed that he was going through a phase and that their love would prevail. But as Amir's indifference turned to outright cruelty, Layla found herself trapped in a whirlwind of emotional turmoil. Months later, fate smiled upon Layla again. She met another man, Hassan, who was everything Amir was not: kind, sincere, and genuinely caring. Hassan fell deeply in love with Layla, and their relationship quickly progressed. They planned to marry, and for the first time in a long while, Layla felt hopeful about her future. However, as their wedding day approached, Amir reappeared in Layla's life like a ghost from her past. He threatened to expose the intimate photos and videos he had taken if she didn't meet his demands. Layla, terrified of the potential scandal, initially tried to reason with Amir, but his demands were insidious, and he enjoyed watching her squirm under his threats. Desperate, Layla changed her phone number and cut off all contact with Amir. She hoped that this would be the end of his torment, but Amir was relentless. He sent the compromising photos to Hassan, Layla's fiancé, and to her family. The scandal erupted like wildfire, and Layla's world came crashing down. Hassan, heartbroken and feeling betrayed, called off the wedding. Layla's father, devastated by the shame brought upon the family, disowned her. Layla was left alone, ostracized by her community and haunted by the man who had destroyed her life. In her darkest hour, Layla made a decision. She would confront Amir and end his torment once and for all. She contacted him, pretending to seek reconciliation, and Amir, blinded by his arrogance, agreed to meet her. Layla arrived at his apartment, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. Amir welcomed her with a smug smile, thinking he had won, but Layla had reached her breaking point. In a fit of rage and desperation, she plunged a knife into his chest, repeatedly stabbing him until he lay lifeless on the floor. Covered in his blood, Layla felt a cold sense of relief wash over her. She had finally silenced the monster who had ruined her life. Layla then walked to the nearest police station and confessed her crime. Her story, a harrowing tale of love, betrayal, and revenge, stunned the authorities. She was arrested, and as she awaited her trial, she recounted her story to anyone who would listen. The news of Layla's tragic tale spread like wildfire, sparking debates about love, trust, and the dark side of digital relationships. Her story served as a cautionary tale, warning others about the dangers of blind trust and the devastating consequences of deceit. In the end, Layla's life was irrevocably changed. Her once bright future was now shrouded in the shadow of her actions. Yet, amidst the sorrow and regret, Layla found a sliver of peace. She had faced her tormentor and taken control of her fate, albeit in the most tragic of ways. Her story remains a stark reminder of the complexities of human relationships and the lengths to which love and betrayal can drive us. As Layla awaited her judgment, she hoped that her tale would serve as a lesson to others, to cherish genuine love, be wary of deceit, and always fight for their dignity and self-worth. Hit the like and subscribe button for more interesting gists like this.